Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of UNNAMED Sports Show right here on Gorilla Cross Radio. I'm your host, Quan59. I've lost my voice, so I'm trying to, do the best I can. But the good thing is I got some guests in the studio today with me to take over a lot of the conversation. We got some UNLV alums. I got my man Adam Plant Jr. What's good?
How you doing?
Good, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm blessed.
Got a lot going on with him, so we're going to talk about that today. Got my man. You still got the record?
Yeah, I got the
Still
record.
got the record. Leading rusher in UNLV football history, my man Chuck Charles Williams. What's good?
How you doing? Appreciate you having me on the show.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you're here. Got a lot of football to talk about. Something big's happening this weekend, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
Something big.
What's it like having this in your city? The Super Bowl is here in Las Vegas. You see it driving around, even downtown. There's stuff going on on the Strip. Like, it's been wild, man. Like, I've been here my whole life. I know you guys been here a long time. But what's it been like just being able to see like all the Super Bowl stuff going on in our city?
It's crazy. I think it's a very blessing for the city. I think it's something that's going to be talked about for years to come. I've never seen this many celebrities and athletes here in just one setting for one event. So phenomenal to see.
It's literally everybody here, and like everybody from ESPN, Fox Sports, like all the people we watch on TV all the time, everyone's right here in the city. Like you said, all the celebrities, there's so many parties. I've got invited to so many. I'm like, I don't even know which ones are even worth going to.
Right.
And then I see pictures. It's like sometimes, like, okay, there's a dude that played in the NFL in 1962 for a year. But some of them are like, yo, everybody is there at these parties. It's wild. Chuck, how you feel about it?
No, it's really good just for the city of Las Vegas, especially like for schools like UNLV, getting the recognition over, these last couple of weeks. The Niners practicing in there is just going to help, recruiting and stuff over there too. But it's really great just for the city to just show it's becoming a sports town. And then, we got the A's coming real soon. So it's really blowing up here in Vegas.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about UNLV. My Niners are there right now practicing. What's up with y'all field, man? Was that overdone? Because I heard a lot of Niners players say we didn't even know about that until we heard it in the media that day that the field was bad.
Yeah.
Like most of the players weren't even tripping.
I mean, it's one of those things that you can get used to. Me personally, I've been playing on that field since 2010, so I've had plenty of stories about injuries that happen on that field, the conditions of it. So I did see them actually earlier this year get new fields done on there, and it's been a long time before that's happened. So I think the fields now are way better than what we had to go through when we were practicing there.
So you're looking at them like, why are you complaining?
Yeah,
no, exactly.
Because these are like top notch compared to what we had.
For real.
No, exactly. Like the field we practice on, like I never had a serious injury or anything like that on it. I've been blessed to make it on that practice field and come back healthy. So what they got out there is a whole different field. I walked on it and kind of got to see like how it was. Going to the practices this year. It's a different type of material they use as far as like the turf, but it's like really decent field in my opinion. It's really good. As a matter of fact, not decent, really good. So I don't know what there's the complaints about.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of the players I saw they got interviewed afterwards. They were like, oh, I didn't hear about it until we came back and heard it in the media.
Mm-hmm.
But the AFC team gets to be in the AFC team's facility or whoever's hosting the Super Bowl. That's why a lot of people are like, why did the Chiefs get the Raiders practice facilities? Because the AFC is the Raiders. You got to spend some time with the Raiders, and actually the game I saw you play in the preseason was against my 49ers.
Yeah.
And I was saying, like, next time I see the Niners, it's going to be in the Super Bowl, and they made it. But obviously it was just preseason. You didn't play against like the premier players. But what was that like going out to your first preseason game in that Raiders uniform? Onto the field you already been playing on. Yeah. But what was that like in the NFL? Like just feeling that, getting that taste?
That was just a phenomenal experience. Just the whole week, really. We had to have a joint practice with them before we played them. So I did get to see a lot of the vets and get to practice against them with a couple reps and stuff like that. So just to see how they prepare, to see those type of guys up close and personal, Trent Williams and Christian McCaffrey and stuff like that, see how those guys prepare and how they take charge on the field and how their practice habits transition to the field on game day and stuff like that. And you have guys like, Max Crosby and stuff like that are in our ear and are motivated and stuff. So, it was a blessing for me. I had a great time.
Yeah. Now, being around some great defenders like that, you mentioned Max Crosby. What was that like? Going from being at UNLV and doing great there to now, like, you have one of the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah,
like, you get talking to you.
You get a clear-cut example of the how big of a difference is from college football to professional leagues, and just the work ethic that people put in, and the results are evident. A guy like Max Crosby, he's there at 5 a.m. every day. He's leaving, one of the last people to leave out the building and stuff. So to see his preparation, see what he puts into the game, and see how his success is. So if you do anything below that, and to expect things of his caliber, you're fooling yourself. So, just having a guy like that and having mentors like him and Chandler Jones, those guys are really, real big brothers for us, and they, molded us into making us having those habits the same way they did.
Now, you didn't make the team. Were you on the practice squad at all?
No. I got cut right after the last preseason game, right before they started the first season. Well, first game of the season.
Now, I know that had to be disappointing, but you still got to experience that. And I mean, you're still young, so obviously, like, right. you're trying to get back in the league.
Yeah.
And the next step is the CFL. Right. So now you signed with the CFL. Talk about that, because I know you just announced that recently.
Right. So, just after getting cut, that was a little frustrating time. It's hard to go through that, transgression.
Especially because you really did have a good preseason. Like, right. I watched almost all your games. Yeah. And especially that Niner game, bro. I was like, bro, leave my people alone. But you were right. You were playing really well. And I know that has to be a little more frustrating, knowing that, like, I put in the work and I still got cut.
Yeah, I mean, I was frustrated, of course, but I was more so just like, what could I do better? Things that I can improve on, and I just let that be motivation. Okay, I thought I was good enough for this part. Okay, there's things I still got to work on, things I got to get better at. And even though you can put up a great, tape and stuff like that, and do great things on and off the field, the intangible stuff like that, it still might not be enough. That's life. So for me, I took it as motivation, and I was still blessed to get an opportunity, like you said, with the CFL and the Hamilton Tiger Cats. So I take that with a grain of salt. I know that I'm still young, I'm still in my prime, so everything I want to do now is still right in front of me.
Now, when you got cut, were you able to talk to any of the coaches to say, like, what could I have done better? What were you looking for?
Yeah, so like the exit meeting that I had with the general manager and stuff like that, he was just talking about physical intangibles as far as flexibility and stuff like that, lower body control. And that also just comes with the experience of the game and being able to mold yourself around those type of guys. But it wasn't anything where I felt like it was something that I couldn't obtain or I couldn't, do. So that's the thing where I'm excited about, where I'm like, okay, give me those critiquing moments right now so I can be able to fix it now. Yeah. So when I get back to this level, now I know what I can do, and now I can just go ahead from there.
Now, when's the CFL season start?
So I leave May 12th. That's when camp starts. And then preseason is June 24th. And then the season goes from there.
Now, Chuck, you were out
in Ottawa.
and you're giving him some game before the show started. Talk about what it was like out there, and you said it was cold in July.
Yeah, it was very cold. When I first got out there, it was like, why is everybody wearing jackets and stuff on the flight? Like big jackets. I'm like, it's not that cold. But then I remember in the videos, like they were like shoveling out snow in the stadium. I was like, it's still not gonna be that cold. But when I got out there, it was kind of like just being on the East Coast, but you're a little bit like outside the country. And the biggest thing for me was I was just adjusting to the time zone again. And then like the playbook and everything, the terminologies was all like the same. It's just more like picking up on the, the motions before the pre-snap.
Yeah.
And just like watching that and like not moving and everything. Like at first you kind of want to jump, but then you like get used to it. So it was a lot of adjustments that I had to make. But once I got out there and like the days went by, it felt comfortable again. It was just football. And the biggest thing you got to do is just remember you're there for a reason. They wouldn't call you or pick you for, just to come out there. You just got to play how you've been playing your whole entire life. Right. For your position, just get to that ball and make sure the offense don't move down the field, and you're going to do your thing. I already know, watching him at UNLV, he's always came, with his hard hat. He's never been, the type of person where you got to talk to him. No, he's going to come in there and make, plays and dominate. So that's the biggest thing is going over there with that same mindset and just, having fun. It's ball still.
So what's your guys' relationship been like?
It's like at first I kind of like, let him like come into UNLV, get used to like, cause everybody's gonna be on him because, hometown kid and hometown hero. I just like let him like get like settled in, and then, I started like talking to him more and just, let him be him. Like you don't have to be on somebody that that's gonna have your back at the end of the day. Like he came in there and showed me what he needed to do, and I had no problems like, letting him do his own thing. I never really had to talk to Plant like, one-on-one or anything like that. It's always been more like a, hey man, like, I need you to step it up this week on the defense end. It's a big game. That's about it.
Yeah.
Like, get them boys riled up because, they're not gonna listen to me. They think we divas on the offensive side. Yeah. But he always, like, especially inside run, he's always trying to, like, come down that edge and get me and stuff. It's always been competitive, and I'm proud of, like, where he's gotten so far, in his career, and he's still young, like he said. So there's a lot of motor in that young man, and he's gonna make some big plays real soon.
Yeah, like I said, you got a lot of time, bro, and I'm not even just trying to blow smoke. Like, I thought you should have made the team, especially watching some of the defensive players that were out there.
Facts.
And not putting them down, but just, like, there is something different in you, and just keep grinding,
Definitely.
Keep going. Mm-hmm. You got the size, you got the strength. So, yeah, don't give up, bro. Like, I really believe in you. I believed in you. I've known you probably, like, 4 years, whatever, however long it's been, but keep going.
Yes, sir.
Keep going for sure, bro. And good luck in Canada. Had you been out there before?
I went to Toronto back in 2016 for All-Star Weekend, so I was there for about 2-3 days. So I got a little taste of what the cold is like, a couple negative-degree weather days, but I'm looking forward to Ontario. I'm excited. It's a new transition for me, and being able to unfold in that new lifestyle, I'm excited for what it comes to.
What's Pops think about that?
He's excited for it. He played with the BC Lions. He went to camp with them in the preseason back in 2002. So for me to be in the CFL, have his namesake, it's amazing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
He's going to be on you that BC game.
Oh, what?
He's on you.
He already talking.
Now, have you announced your new position?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, I have
a little bit,
but
you don't want to talk about it?
No, we can talk.
Okay, let's talk about it.
But recently I got hired as the running back coach at Pinecrest Sloan Academy High School.
Yes, sir.
The people on the staff is a few former players at UNLV. Not a few. Majority of us are former players at UNLV. Head coach being Nate Oishi, linebacker coach Gabe McCoy, D-line coach Mike Hughes. Then we got Darren Palmer at receiver coach. We got Sid Acosta and Jack Reynolds at O-line coach, and JD Alexander as our OC. So it's a lot of camaraderie and UNLV blood going through that school right now, and we just trying to make a name for ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's
dope. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
I talked to you a little bit ago because you're still young too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And leading rusher at any school, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So have you thought about, maybe not even your NFL dreams, but like there's so many other leagues out there. The XFL and USFL merged.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a team out here last year with the Vegas Vipers. The indoor football league, Las Vegas, what are they called? Nighthawks.
Mm-hmm.
Nighthawks. So have you thought about anything like that in continuing a football career? Or are you kind of good with stepping off of that and going into coaching?
No, I'm never done. I never said I was done. If the opportunity comes, towards my way, I'm gonna take it. But it's more just, knowing your worth though too. And I feel like I'm more likely to make an impact in the XFL or whatever, the new merger league or the NFL. Because no disrespect to those other leagues, but I just feel like my worth is way higher than that.
Yeah, definitely.
And honestly, in my opinion, I never gave up on the game, and if I had to right now, I'd be able to, go out there and put up at least 50, 100-yard game.
Yeah.
Without even being on the field the last 2 years, in my opinion. So I'm still ready to go, in my opinion. Yeah.
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 Now, are you doing anything to try to get to that point?
When I have my free time, I keep myself in shape and everything.
That's cool.
And, I still do a lot of training as far as like you said, working on body control, flexibility. That's the most important thing. Being mobile, you got to be able to, first be available, but then, show some flexibility and mobility because you can't be out there stiff. And just working on just my mindset though too, my mental. That's the most important thing. You got to, also be prepared for what you're putting your body through. So yeah.
Top 5 running backs.
Oh, ever?
Just your favorite.
No, ever? Or?
Ever, all time.
Ooh, man, you about to get me in trouble.
Gotta hear this.
Hold on, let me think. Okay.
They don't even have to be the best. Just the ones that you look at, you're like, man, that's the dude.
AP.
Got to. That dude was playing until he's 90.
Bo Jackson.
Okay. Even though he didn't play that long?
Bo was a monster, though.
He was.
Bo was Bo.
He was.
I got to throw Barry Sanders in there. Chris Johnson.
Okay.
And this last one.
Got a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm Walter Payton.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good 5.
Yeah.
You got 5 running backs, Adam?
5 running backs. Ooh.
Oh, wait. Before you say that. LT, there we go.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's on
Yeah.
my list too.
Yeah.
I would say
No Emmitt Smith? He had a nice O-line, huh?
Yeah, that's about it. That's all.
Yeah, nice
Emmitt Smith
O-line.
was cool. I was top 5. I would go Barry Sanders, Walter Payton. I would go Frank Gore.
Ooh.
Who else?
He's so slept on.
Yeah,
He is
Gore
slept
Frank
on.
is slept
Frank
on.
was a dog.
Talk
man.
about longevity.
And he played on
Who
some
else would I
the
say?
bad 49er
Yeah.
teams, and I think that's the reason why.
Yeah.
Facts. Who else would I say? I would go Steven Jackson. A lot of people
Okay.
forget about Steve Jackson. Steve Jackson was a guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And lastly, LaDainian Thompson. We'll do him at 5.
Okay. Yeah. Those are some good lists right there.
I gotta throw Shady on the, honorable
Ah,
mention.
yeah. That's your squad.
I gotta throw Shady on there.
Who's your squad? Who's your NFL squad?
Shit, the Raiders.
The Raiders. Yeah.
Good answer.
Was it was it the Raiders before they moved out here?
Nah, see, growing up as a kid, I always just have favorite players on each team, so I would switch
Okay.
teams every year. So I never really had a designated this home team to go to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up a Niner fan. I was telling Chuck before the 84 Super Bowl or 83 when Niners and Dolphins were playing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Marino and Montana. I was in 2nd grade, something like that. 1st or 2nd grade. So, you're influenced at that age. So it was basically whoever was going to win that game was going to be my favorite team. But I was going for the 49ers because my brother had made a bet with a kid in his class that 49ers were going to win. So we were,
Yeah.
49er fans. And then ever since then, it's just been diehard.
Yeah.
Sorry once again for my voice, folks, if you're just tuning in. Been a week. But so Super Bowl's here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some predictions, some talk. This is a very close. The spread, they don't want you winning money.
Yeah.
They're not trying to let anyone win money, so you're gonna have to
Vegas
win money
know
off
what they
the what are they called, all the fun bets.
Prize picks and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like it's gonna be close. You got the future GOAT quarterback in Patrick Mahomes going against the young cat. You played against him, right?
Yeah.
Brock
Twice.
Purdy twice.
Don't remind me.
Did he light you up?
No. I'm talking about that defense.
Oh yeah.
We had to deal with him and Brees Hall.
Oh yeah.
Well, they did. I just
Yeah.
watched. I watched.
I watched.
Both games, yeah. Brock Purdy brought his lunch pail, so
Yeah.
he's a dog for sure. He got my respect.
So you already kind of knew, dealing with him, like who he could be.
Yeah, for sure.
So man, let's talk about this. We'll give our scores at the end, but what are you looking for in this game on Sunday?
There's so many conspiracy theories and irrelevant points about how the game's going to play out and stuff like that. I think it's going to be great football. I think that Vegas knows exactly what they're doing when it comes to the sports betting and stuff like that, because I don't see the 49ers, winning. If I'm being honest with you, I'm gonna be up front. I think Patrick Mahomes, you can't bet against him. In moments like this, man, it's very hard. The only person that really has beat him when it comes to stages like this is Tom Brady, and thank God he retired. So I can't bet against Mahomes. I'm gonna be honest.
But his receivers, they can make mistakes, and I think they will.
You can say the same thing about Brady, because Brady had Amendola, Chris Hogan, Alum, and just Gronk. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same. They both, the two things Brady and Mahomes have is a cold white boy at 87 at tight end.
Yep.
And you cannot stop them. I don't know what it is. Travis Kelce is one of the smoothest route runners. He's not the fastest, but smoothest route runners. And he's going to find a way to get open. He's going to find a way to, impact the game. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going with my mans with the Chiefs.
That's fine. It's okay to be wrong once in a while.
The thing is, though, it's just it's Andy Reid versus that DC, like I told you earlier. That's the battle that people not realizing. It's Andy Reid. It's not Mahomes versus the defense. It's the scheme. And what the Lions did last week, they had a good scheme the first half. So you don't think, Andy Reid is got something up his sleeve. Yeah. When you show flaws especially the Green Bay game, first half. So if y'all have a bad first half, I can't see Brock Purdy out battling Mahomes. I can see Mahomes out battling Purdy, yeah. But it's a Super Bowl. Anything can happen, and if anything, it's gonna be in the 20s, 30s range. It's not gonna be a low scoring game, because you gotta think you're bringing your A game. Yeah. You prepared 2 weeks. You're not gonna prepare for 2 weeks to put up 14, 21 points. Yeah. You're gonna throw a lot of stuff out there that most people haven't seen. You're gonna see a trick play or something too.
Facts.
So you gotta be prepared for everything. It's really the people that's stressing out the most is the defenses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The offense, nobody's really worried. But the defenses, they stressing out. Fred Warner and Greenlaw, they gotta, make sure Mahomes doesn't do the thing where he acts like he's scrambling and then he throws it, or he actually scrambles and then he gets 40 yards. And that's the part that really catches people off guard is Mahomes. He doesn't scramble a lot, but when he does,
he get up out of there. For sure.
And
he gets right to that line and throws the two when you think you can't throw it, and then you look and it's how do you do that? How do you do that perfectly?
And he's the type of person that had that foot behind that line and sidearm it right behind you or right beside you, and you damn, I can't do nothing about that.
Dude's like Houdini.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, you got to give him props.
Yeah.
Niners have to come out strong. They can't do what they did the last two playoff games. Right. You're not coming from behind like that.
No.
But I think they are going to come out strong.
Yeah.
So, I'm going with the Niners. That's my squad. I've been, going for them all year.
I will say this, though. I've never seen so many 49ers fans in Vegas in all my years. And it's so crazy that they just come out the woodworks all of a sudden. But
a lot of them are travel out here from –
No, not even. No, I'm talking about.
You mean just people that
from
live
the
here?
city? I've been a diehard Niners fan.
See, that happens every Super Bowl though.
Wow.
Because I saw a lot of Eagles fans last year. I'm like, I knew three. I knew three before.
What you mean?
How long has Chuck been an Eagles fan?
Since I know them.
Okay, you're lucky. You're lucky.
You go to the school right now. I got a long sleeve little shirt. It got my last name on it, number 8, and it got Eagles on the front.
Okay.
I'm not playing.
All right, just got to make sure, man. But I feel like that happens every Super Bowl. Now you get all these Chiefs fans because all these little teeny bopper girls with Taylor Swift. What do you guys think about that? How annoying is that?
What the influence of
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift?
I wouldn't say it's annoying. I think it's very smart. If you look at the numbers behind it, what they spoke about, what she's making for the league and for herself, I think it's very smart. I think it's a good thing for them. I think everybody gets upset because you try to bash.
Do you think it's all marketing?
For sure. Yeah. She made over $300 million for the NFL. Yeah, it's more than marketing.
You gotta think women don't really watch sports like that. So it's another way of grabbing just everybody's attention. Like you want everybody's attention. You don't want just men watching football. You want women watching football. But the biggest, headline is Usher performing at halftime. Like,
yeah,
we don't know what he's gonna do because last year Rihanna kind of turned it up and then announced the pregnancy and everything. So it might be a great
Was that last year?
Yeah, that was last year. She showed that she was pregnant.
Okay, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so much stuff you can do in Vegas. Entertainment. You can have a lot of people fly in and do a lot of stuff compared to certain other cities, where it's kind of not compact, but a little strict, I guess you can say. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but
yeah, he could bring anyone.
He can bring a lot. He can bring a lot to this type of game. So it's gonna be a lot of people watching. It's gonna be people worried about Taylor Swift, people worried about Kelsey, Mahomes, Purdy, Kittle, all these personalities. You got all these personalities in this game.
I think it could break some viewership records for sure.
Yeah.
And it's been good so far. We had an All-Star game, NBA All-Star game out here. I think it was 08 or 09. I can't remember the exact year, but Vegas wasn't prepared for that. Mm-hmm. We're a lot more prepared now.
Oh, that was 2007.
Yeah. And it was a mess.
But
we got all the worst from LA out here and stuff like that. Yeah. But we've prepared since then. Obviously, this is a lot bigger than just an All-Star game, but we weren't ready for that. Yeah. So seeing how Vegas has handled all of this so far, man, has been amazing. It hasn't been too chaotic, but it's still everyone's out here. People are having a good time. I think this could be a regular spot for the Super Bowl, every 6 or 7 years.
Definitely.
They did a good job of having an in-season tournament, here and everything. That was this is a little preparation for the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
It's smart, doing that is all right, how are we gonna have the city get used to all these celebrities coming in and all this traffic and all all these, big names coming into our city. And I think it's like you said, it's going to be a great place to where you can have the Super Bowl draft and everything. You might have a draft for the NBA here next year, or not next year, but in the next couple of years or something like that. You can always bring, something to Vegas. That's what I'm saying.
I think the best thing that Vegas did was having that F1 event beforehand, and that just having those streets and having all those back roads and stuff like that, already knowing, having that mapped out. I think that helped with the city a lot too.
It shows.
I didn't even think about that.
It shows we can get stuff done in a certain amount of time. We don't need years to do it. We get this done right now.
But F1, man, they were knocking those streets down for a long time.
And that also shows you that construction be on BS sometimes, because there's no way it should be a 5-lane to 1-lane.
Bro, they've been out here in the front for a month and a half.
Yeah.
But they did a good job not closing off the streets completely though.
Facts.
Yeah. Because most people let's just close off this street.
Did you guys drive down why the F1 thing was up there?
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was dope.
Over by Koval and everything was really crazy. They had Koval lit up like the Sphere.
Dude, the Sphere is crazy.
We just built that too.
That's OD.
That's so crazy. You see that the pro-life Spider-Man climbed up it?
Hey,
he's so crazy, bro.
He got some guts on him, because I would look down. I would.
He got all the way to the top too.
And then
he'll scale buildings though. I feel like that's easier because I think there's a lot of little holes in the Sphere that make up the outer cage, and he can climb up it easy. But he's climbed up
imagine him
full building,
him damaging it as the more he went up.
They said $100,000 worth of damage. They might be exaggerating, but that's what they said.
It makes sense.
No, that's pretty.
Stepping on those LED panels. I mean, those are expensive, bro.
Yeah, but he did it for his cause.
Yeah,
it wasn't like he was just doing it just to do it.
Yeah,
he had a cause. So,
and I guess he does it all the time. Man, I went to his Instagram. It was everywhere. But
yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. Would you do something like that?
No.
I like my life.
Yeah,
I can't climb nothing, bro.
Yeah, if I want to do something beyond my imagination, I'm gonna go to sleep. Have a dream.
Well, you don't even have to do that no more with the Apple Vision Pro.
Oh man, it's taking over now.
Yeah. $3,000.
Are you guys in that VR stuff?
Nah, but $3,000 for that, somebody buy that for me.
It's very interesting, but I just with technology like that, if you're not really advanced and equipped on it and all the knowledge behind it, it can mess you up.
Yeah,
it can. And it's been around for a long time. Virtual reality, they've been trying to push that for so long. I just don't know if it's gonna take off with everybody the way they want it to.
When it becomes affordable, when everybody can get it and it's accessible to a lot of people, then I think so.
It's like the same thing with the iPhone. At first, everybody had sidekicks, slide-up phones still, but after a while, you start seeing everybody with iPhones. But even Android, they let's just make everything touchscreen. We're gonna compete with them.
Yep. All right, man. So let's get some scores. I'm picking the 49ers 37-20. I think their defense is going to step up like it hasn't in the playoffs yet, but I think they're going to step up. The offense is already tough. We're coming off strong. It's going to be 14-0 before you know it. 37-20. Mark that down.
You sound a little biased.
Maybe.
Just a little bit.
Maybe.
I would say one thing that the 49ers can guarantee is Christian McCaffrey is going to go off.
Yeah.
I know that for a doubt. No doubt.
I say he has around like 130, 150 by the end of the game. 2 touchdowns, maybe 1 receiving. I give it a Chiefs 31-24.
Okay. So you're not letting it score as much as the Eagles scored?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Yeah. I would say I got 2 scores. I would say Kansas City 34-20 or Kansas City 38-31.
Okay. 2 scores.
If the Niners win, it's going to be 28-24.
Okay.
I'm going back to my high school bet. Wow, I was correct. But yeah, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. If it's a blowout, that's a waste of time.
And I don't think the 17 is going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be like maybe a 10-point game going into the 4th.
Yeah.
And then, Niners score again, and KC doesn't.
And now that I think about it, though, they have 2 of the best defenses that I've seen play.
Yeah, for sure.
Can compete, especially this playoff run.
Yeah.
So I know
So
they
it
got a
could be
lot
a
of
lot
offensive
lower.
weapons. Yeah, but it could be. I said that first half, we're gonna see how it's gonna play out. It's kind of hard to try to say they're gonna just 30 and 40 and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but they're doable for sure.
Yeah.
The people don't realize that Kansas City struggles in the second half. So if
They didn't
don't
score. They didn't score in the AFC Championship in the second half.
They didn't have to though.
But
They didn't
that's
have to.
what I'm
Their
saying.
defense was killing it.
That defense is just killer.
But Baltimore was also playing scared. I felt like they didn't look the same. Lamar didn't look the same.
Look at
they
it.
weren't running the ball at all.
Look at it like this, though. When Baltimore had chances to score, they stopped them. Like, they made plays. Like, there's a difference between saying, oh, well, they just let them in the end zone. Like,
Yeah, it's not like they were dropping the ball. They were
Zay
getting knocked out.
Flowers is right in the end zone. And they said Snead, the DB, he came from his zone and knocked the ball out.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just like little plays like that just change the whole game. Like last year, the fumble with Nick Bolton. I ain't gonna lie, that
Say it.
hurt. Hurt Jalen Hurts. Why you do that to me? Nah, but like those type of plays though make a big impact, and then it gives you confidence. Like legit coming out that second half, Nick Bolton almost had another fumble for a touchdown, but they called it back. But I'm just saying, like, if Kansas City gets any confidence within their key players, like on defense, Snead, Bolton, Chris Jones,
especially with the secondary too.
yeah,
Yeah, no, they got a great secondary.
experienced secondary. And McDuffie too. McDuffie is a dog.
I think you're going to see some trick plays from both teams that you haven't seen all year.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do things a little different.
McCaffrey might throw a touchdown. You never know.
To Purdy.
Y'all got to help the Debo Samuels too. Ain't no telling what he can do, man. He's an animal.
It's going to be fun, man. I'm excited. Like I said, man, they've been showing the replay of the last Niners and Chiefs Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing that score with under 6 minutes left, and Niners are up by 10. And it just kills me. Then they show Garoppolo throw the
Well, look at it like this.
Sanders.
You should be
overthrow him.
You should be inspired because you have Raheem Mostert. Now look who you got.
Raheem was balling though.
But
we quit running the ball in the second half.
Raheem, CMC. Raheem,
They
CMC.
both killed it this year though.
I ain't gonna cap though. You can't really say it like
Yeah.
that.
No, I'm saying-
he was like that this
But
year.
look at it like this.
He was,
McCaffrey
man.
can get out in the backfield and run routes. Raheem wasn't doing that in 2020 or 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
2019.
2020.
Yeah, he's not a threat out of the backfield. So think of it like, shoot, like McCaffrey might win you the game in the air.
Yeah.
Like just how like Atlanta did with Tevin Coleman. Like they went to Tevin Coleman for the passing game, and then they went to Devontae Freeman for the run game.
Yeah.
So you might do this where McCaffrey's more like a receiver out the backfield, and then you got Elijah Mitchell going crazy. Oh my bad. But,
She wants her movie.
yeah.
I think they do need to use Elijah Mitchell more in this game, and I think you will see him more because they don't want to wear out McCaffrey, and they want to give the defense, I think, a different look as well. But man, it's going to be a crazy game, and I think it can go either way. I think overall Niners are the better team if they're not making mistakes.
Yeah. Like they said, whoever plays clean football wins the game.
But Mahomes is going in with no nerves. Kelsey's going in with no nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Purdy, is he going to be nervous and do some of those overthrows where, he looks like Garoppolo, or is he going to look like he's looked, most of the season where he was an MVP candidate,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the difference in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I think learning, it almost feels like destiny, the fact that we probably should have lost the last 2 games and still got to the Super Bowl. So all those mistakes, we can't do that again. The coaches need to just keep pushing that in their heads. And so I think it's going to be a way different game. I don't think Niners are going to look anything like they did the last 2 games.
I just can't let the media get the hype of your defense and offense going. Y'all got to just come in there like y'all underdogs.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
But
thing.
I think they are going in like that. Just, even I think they put that in their heads like with the field. Yeah. I think one of the coaches probably said that.
I don't want to hear nothing about no field after last year. Because when we pulled that excuse, everybody was like, stop it. Like, I don't want to hear
No, you can't use excuses. I think that's more to motivate the players.
Like the fire alarm.
The fire alarm went off this morning in the hotel at Lake Las Vegas. But all those little things,
But the people that are saying it is like Bosa and like, the key players, so can't really say nothing. They come in, with their hard hat and they just, shut everybody up. We ain't gonna have no problems. Yeah. Even if y'all lose and you play your heart out, I'm not gonna chip. But if you make excuses, that's when I get mad because when I couldn't even say like last year was the field. But honestly, like we just lost the game. Like, Mahomes outplayed us in the second half. The second half matters more than the first half. Always remember that.
Always, yeah.
Because like you said, 20-10, 6 minutes left, 2020. You think a game over, but then Tyreek Hill makes a big play. Then Sammy Watkins makes a big play. And then now what was it?
They don't call holding on Bosa at all. Bosa got held so much in that game, bro.
It was 20-17. Next thing you know, it's 24-20.
Yeah.
And now you like, oof, like you're like.
And once you're down, especially in the second half against the Chiefs,
it's scary.
Just even mentally, it's too hard to come back from that.
Shift.
It's like playing your older brother in a video game and he knows all the tricks and you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
It's just scary.
But I think this will say a lot, for Purdy and give him confidence if he can come out and not make those mistakes. To beat, because like you said, Mahomes only lost to Brady,
right.
Who's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So if Purdy can come in and beat the new GOAT,
but
it's going to say a lot.
The thing, when Brady beat Mahomes in that Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, the defense did a great job of containing Mahomes, did a great job of making sure he threw intermediate and short routes, no deep routes. So they had, they was running cover 2, but like the safeties were playing like 12 yards off. Yeah, and it was like Tyreek Hill's not going to beat us.
Yeah.
Because that regular season game, Tyreek Hill had like 200 yards at halftime. So they're not going to let that happen. But the thing is, the Chiefs had a great defensive plan, but Brady just, nitpicked them. That's what I'm saying. Like those type of players, they'll like pull your hair out because they're not doing nothing crazy. Right. They're just playing the game. Like we say Brock Purdy is a game manager, but like honestly, Mahomes can do the same thing and then have his Houdini moments, and it'll make you mad because like Purdy hasn't shown like a Houdini moment, like scrambling and everything. Yeah, okay, like
those are Houdini moments because no one was expecting that.
Yeah, but like Mahomes does like how do you get that pass off? And like I don't think Purdy needs to do that type of stuff. Now, if he tries to force passes and everything, that's where it kind of gets shaky because then now you're thinking too much.
Yeah.
But the defense is like it's gonna come down to not the players. It's just gonna come down to the scheme with like what's being ran.
Right.
If you running like zone all game, I think zone is the best thing for the Niners because they have Fred Warner and Greenlaw. Yeah. If you cover that middle of the field up, it's hard for Mahomes to get activated. Like, because that's what he's looking for, Kelsey in the middle of the field. Kelsey's not running no deep routes or no corner routes like that all game. He's going to do that in the red zone, yes. And that's another thing. That red zone defense, if y'all don't come to play in that red zone,
we have to.
It's going to be a long, long game because
Bosa, Chase Young, like they need to really they need to really be on them.
It's really the interior.
Yeah.
If you let Hargrave and them hold that interior, it's over with.
Yep.
But if you let Pachenko get up in the middle and do all that hard running like he's running away from a pit bull, it's going to be a long game.
So Adam, when you head to Canada?
So I leave May 12th. It's first day of camp.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Excited, man.
For sure.
Excited. How long is the season? How many games they have?
I think it's about 12 games.
12 games.
And I don't know if that's including playoffs. And I think regular season is about 12.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, how good is the team? I don't know much about Canadian football.
When I did my research on Hamilton Tiger Cats, they have a lot of historical history with the organization, the franchise, and stuff like that. So I'm excited to be a part of that. Of course, there's still a lot more that I got to learn and get accustomed to, but just based off what I've learned and what I got, they did win the Grey Cup not too long ago. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but yeah, they do have a lot of good players on there. They have a great coaching staff. I got to speak with a lot of those guys early on. Spoke with the general manager when he came out here to talk to me. So they got a lot of things good going for them.
Cool.
Do you know anybody on the team?
No.
Okay.
It's one of those things, though. You know how football is.
Yeah,
it may not be nobody that you know initially. You get there, man. You know what's your name? What's your name? Yeah, man. We was at the same camp.
Exactly.
One of those times.
I was just saying, like, they would give you a feel for like how the coaching staff was the year before and everything. Because when I got to Ottawa, everybody was saying the coaching staff was cool. It's just we had a mid-season change and everything. So just figuring out who you rocking with.
Right.
Because when you get there, it's gonna feel like college all over again. Yeah. It's gonna feel brand new. Honestly, it was funny because when I went to Ottawa, it was like the stadium was where we practiced at. And then, like, the locker rooms and everything is where, like, we do all our business.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird. And then, like, you going in there, they had, like, a little game room, but it wasn't, like, a big game room. It was just somebody had their PS2 hooked up to the TV. And, like, during, like, our breaks and everything, we playing NBA Street and everything like that.
That's dope.
So, like, just, figuring out, like, your whereabouts and, like, what you, like, going into will help you feel a little more comfortable. That's all.
Especially not just in a new city, you're in a whole new country. So it's like trying to get acclimated to all that.
Yeah.
And you were saying things were closing at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, like the Rite Aid and everything would close at 4 p.m. I'm like, I just got out of practice like an hour ago. But the city is very, like, quiet and pleasant. Like, I was in the dorms and, like, I just walked around, like, a couple neighborhoods, like, the houses and everything is, like, just how it is out here, just regular. Like, it's not, like, nothing crazy, like 3 stories and everything like that. It's just, basic living, and it's really just quiet and peaceful.
Right.
Enjoy your peace out there, brother. That's all I can tell you.
Hell yeah.
All right. Before we let you go, a couple quick questions. Other sports that you guys are into besides football? Give me 2 sports. If you weren't a football player, what would you play?
Basketball for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
don't know how far I would have got. I took that back. I would say I probably would have got just as far in basketball because I would have had the same type of process and dedication to it for sure. I did run track growing up. I wouldn't have been on Usain Bolt. I'll say that right now. But, yeah, I would say that. Boxing. I'm starting to get to that a lot more too. UFC.
Dope. You watch UFC a lot?
Yeah, I'm starting to like those guys a lot more.
All right. Who's some of your favorite UFC fighters?
Adesanya. He's very good.
Dope.
I like this guy's name, Johnny Bone Jones. I think that's the GOAT for sure.
He's definitely the GOAT.
He's that guy.
I need to introduce you to Jamal Hill.
Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was he's the UFC. Well, he was the UFC light heavyweight champion, and then he tore his Achilles in a pickup game playing basketball. But he's fighting again soon, hopefully, for the title again. So, but yeah, he's up here all the time. So I have to invite you up here. A lot of them cats been coming in, on his show and stuff like that. And I covered UFC a lot. So had Aljamain Sterling in here not too long ago. A lot of those cats been up here. But all right, give me 2 sports, Chuck.
Track and field.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that I would do, or just like 2 sports I like?
That you would do.
Track and field, most definitely. That 100 200 was my baby.
Okay.
I love the 1 and the 2.
How long did you do track?
From 6th grade to high school.
Okay.
I placed in state in the 200 meter. Placed 3rd. I lost to Michael Norman and then somebody else. I can't remember, but Michael Norman went on to go to like the Olympics and all that. So I lost to an Olympian. So
okay.
I'm cool with
that.
that
Works. When you lose to someone that does something great, you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You can live with that for sure.
Yeah.
But and then the second, probably boxing. Like, honestly, like, I don't fight a lot, but when I, like, whenever I did fight, like, it's something that's a great way of taking out your anger or like frustration. So I feel like boxing would be a great way.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you train?
Yeah, I've done some boxing.
Does that help with football?
Definitely. The hand-eye coordination, I think that goes good
Facts.
with anything that you do in life. Just having the overall athleticism just to do that, what it does for the body, I think it's very beneficial for people that are in sports, for professional or just everyday living.
All right. All right, a couple more quick hit questions. Raiders, Oakland, Vegas, or LA?
All time?
Yeah.
LA.
LA.
Okay.
If it wasn't for LA, they wouldn't have Antonio Pierce.
True. What do you think about that? Antonio Pierce being hired?
Man, best guy for the job, honestly.
Yeah.
This how when I've known him for years prior. Him and my dad, they played against each other college back in the day. But just coming in and his mentorship, how he was, just as our linebackers coach initially, he used to speak with us as rookies before all the preseason games, so we already knew what type of guy he was on the field, off the field. He already had those intangibles to be a leader, lead man like that. So it wasn't a shocker to see him be the leading role for the head job.
Yeah. No, and I'm glad because they messed up 2 years ago when Pistachio was the intern, and all the players liked him.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're not going to hire him, though.
Yeah.
Bringing Josh McDaniels, same thing happens. And Max, Devontae, they were on Twitter, like, vocal this time. Like, this is the coach we want. Yeah. And they were still, like, maybe looking at other coaches. And then they finally, like, made the right decision to get the coach the players like,
That's the biggest thing, though, is, like, the players, like, stood up for him. They like, we're not going to do nothing with y'all if y'all not going to handle our needs. And their needs were, we want to coach back, and then we're going to build around that, because they started playing amazing football after that. Like, defense started, like, just, like, the DBs was making, like, crazy plays.
And it was just the energy. It's not like they did anything super crazy to where, they made all these crazy changes, but you could tell the energy was way different. Like, they didn't look like they wanted to necessarily play for McDaniels or liked how they were bringing in all these New England people. It didn't make sense. And we already saw McDaniels before, right? Like, no one thought he was a good head coach in Denver. But
the biggest thing was, like, they just bought into his system and everything right away, and they knew, like, that juice that came in there. Like, the defense had they was like a top 5 defense, like, week 14 through 18. And, like, the Charger game, I was, like, watching it on my phone. I said, hold on, I know my phone tripping. 63 points.
63-7.
I like 63 points. Where they get this offense from? But it's just like little things like that. And then, like, he went out and grabbed Chad Ochocinco to help out with Devontae Adams as an assistant receiver coach. Like, it's little stuff like that. Like, who wouldn't want to be coached up by Ochocinco? Right. Like, he knows so much about the game. Like, he talks a lot, and he's very, like, outgoing and stuff. But that's his personality. But when he was on that field, animal. Only person I know that go across the middle against Ray Lewis know what's gonna happen.
Question: Did you guys take dance lessons for football?
Nah.
Have you seen me juke somebody like consistently? Nah, I'm just playing. I did dance for like a couple months. What
kind of dance? Salsa or crump?
The waltz, I think, something like that. Like, just that was the only time I danced.
I thought you were crumping, like.
Nah. But that's the only time I danced, and like, it does take a lot of, like, it just shows, like, it takes a lot of practice to learn, like, simple, like, patterns and movements. So dance does help in ways. I guess you can say it just matters what your position is, I guess.
Well, you already dancing on them on the field anyways.
Not like that. I wouldn't dance like that. Straight line, touchdown.
That's all you needed.
Yeah, more. I would say dance lessons was just more so just in the house, simple little 2-step stuff like that. I do know how to salsa dance a little bit, but I think that does go hand in hand with all sports anyway. Just having that natural fluidity,
having some type of rhythm.
Got to.
All right, a couple more questions. Food, tacos or pizza?
Pizza.
He said that quick too. They're both my favorites, so.
It's just, you can do a lot with tacos, though. You can't do a lot with pizza.
You can do a lot with pizza.
Toppings. What you mean?
No. See, like, you do chicken tacos.
You can do chicken pizza.
Chicken pizza. You supreme pizza. Veggie pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Pineapple pizza.
Buffalo.
You right.
You change the sauce on it.
Yep.
Change the dough.
Okay. I like tacos. Man.
Okay. Tacos,
man.
All right, best cheesecake. Cheesecake Factory or Tasty Teas cheesecakes?
Tasty Teas.
Tasty Teas, man. Cheesecake, you charging too much.
Tasty Teas is expensive too, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. That's what I'm saying. Bro, Cheesecake Factory is just the name.
If you guys haven't had Tasty, and I don't even like, if it wasn't good, I would never promote it. But it's really bomb.
Get you a dozen right now.
So good.
Y'all doing something?
You know
for
what?
Valentine's
I might need
Day?
to get some for this weekend, actually.
Oh, we doing something every day.
No, I'm saying, like, y'all doing like a special.
Special? We might. I know my mom got some new flavors coming out, so we might have to do a little Valentine's Day.
I need to send a certain lady some cheesecakes.
Okay.
I might have to get some for Sunday for my Super Bowl party.
Got to.
I'm going to hit up Pops today.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, man. Listen, my voice is gone. I appreciate you guys coming in here. We're going to have to do this again, definitely before you leave, too.
Yes, sir.
But Super Bowl is out here in Vegas. 49ers going to win 37-20. You've heard it here first. Quanstradamus on the mic. It's going to happen. I believe it. I feel it. I feel it.
That's
Super
all
Bowl
that matters.
Sunday, birthday weekend, man.
It's your birthday?
Yeah.
Dude, happy birthday, man.
Yeah,
How old are you?
Birthday's on Sunday. Actually, Super Bowl Sunday. So I'll be 24.
24. Kobe.
I remember I was
Your
24.
Kobe year.
RVV.
Yeah, rest
Long
in peace,
time
Kobe.
ago.
Yeah, great statue, by the way.
I didn't like it at first until I realized what it was. I didn't know it was an 81 point.
Yeah.
I wanted the one where he's like pulling the jersey, like some emotion.
But she said that's the one he chose.
I don't believe her.
I think the reason why he picked that one too, because he talked about it in an interview. That was the only game that his grandma got a chance to see him play.
Yeah, and that point was
deep.
for his grandma.
That's deep.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
It makes sense now.
Yeah.
But they said they're doing two more, a statue of Kobe.
So it might be the one where you ripping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be the one where
and
you
then
standing
putting
on.
one in the number 24
Might be
jersey.
the one where you standing up on in Boston after Ring 5. Never know.
Yeah.
That was good too.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be one with him and Gigi for sure though.
Yeah, they said they're doing two, one with him and her, and then one with him in 24. So
Yeah. Still tough to this
yeah.
day.
And maybe we'll get statues of you guys in front of UNLV's football practice
They
field.
got to get Bubba Chuck in the Hall of Fame, man. You got to.
Yeah?
Got to.
You got come on, man. Quit being humble. Yeah, bring her up here.
Come on. You want to be on the show?
Say hi.
Say hi. You've been bothering me this whole entire time. Say hi.
But she's been good.
She has been good.
She's
actually.
been really good.
She's been real quiet. She's acting shy now. Now look. You on the TV? Look.
You're on TV.
Say hi. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I'll give you
TV debut. But yeah, man, we gotta get Chuck in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Got to.
Leading rusher of all
Yeah, we
time.
gotta start that campaign right now. I'm not.
Let's do it.
Give me my flowers
Right
now.
here. You hear it right here.
Give me my flowers now.
I'll make a clip of this, put it up there.
Nah, actually, I want somebody to break the record so I can come in the stadium for free.
They're not letting you in free.
Nah, I'm playing.
They better be letting you guys in free.
Nah, I'm playing.
They need people in there for free.
No, that's what the record's for, to be broken. Like,
Right.
I'm expecting that to happen soon. I'll always be happy to see somebody achieve that moment
Yeah.
because when I did, it felt good because we got our first win too.
For sure.
And it's like, man, all that hard work.
Yeah.
Like, your name's etched in stone.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
It's dope.
I don't know how it feels to have a bowl game.
Man, me and you both.
Didn't you go with TCU?
5-7.
Oh, wow.
5-7. We lost to West Virginia in the last game of the year. Sickening.
I bet you they was playing like Tavon Austin was on the team, huh?
Man.
I went to a bowl game one time, man. It was, no, I didn't. I haven't watched the bowl game.
Exactly what we've been doing our whole lives, been watching bowl games.
I will say though, I was excited to see UNLV finally go to a bowl game.
It was dope.
The boys
It was dope.
Man, Kansas would just wanted to show they butt off against us, huh? Man, I was so mad. But hey,
Maiava didn't play, though, did he? Or did he play?
he did.
Maiava played?
None of them running backs played. That's what killed us. I
Yeah.
forgot that they had not none of them. Like 2 of the running backs didn't play. Lester and Thomas.
Okay.
That would have been a big impact because
Yeah,
they
And
can
then
run
Maiava went in the portal and went,
SC
but he went to another school first,
Georgia.
Georgia, and then ended up,
I wish I had it like that.
for real.
Georgia.
Georgia and SC.
He said Georgia
that's
off
good
rip.
option.
He said I'm committing. I was like, damn. I was just hoping to get like a Pac-12 school.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. Well, man, I appreciate you guys. Man, enjoy your birthday weekend, bro.
Sir, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
And we are out, man. We will see you guys next week on Monday to talk about this 49er victory. Peace.
Peace.